Hello, everybody. Good evening. It's Diamondlady again, and tonight I am here to talk about weight loss. So we've got our special guest with us today. And before I introduce our special guest, I just wanted to um, just hit a bit about the topic that we are here to talk about today. So today's topic is all about how our special guest lost weight and with his weight loss is been a drastic change, and he has lots he's gained a lot from what has happened in his life. And today we thought we should share with the world. We could all pick a few tips here and there. And most times when people go on weight loss, people have diverse reasons for going on weight loss. Some are to either to lose weight and then sustain that weight loss just for their own general health. Some is because probably they are not well and they need to lose weight so that they can get better. And some lose weight to fit into clothes. I mean, there are so many reasons why people lose weight. So without talking too much, I am going to bring our guest on today. And our guest is no other than Mr. Godwin Afful, who is a lecturer, an entrepreneur, a youth proponent, and he's just cheering the youth onto greatness. You know, there is so much he is doing. I can go on and on and on. So let's please welcome Mr. Godwin Afful. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. We're here on a different mission.
Of course, we are here on a different mission. We are here just on the fact that it's all about weight loss. So we've got sister Eat Fit Lose that is supporting all this. And if you have to follow any of us, we've got Gord Afful on Instagram. You can follow him. He's got a lot of information on there, lots of motivational information. Honestly, you need to go and have a look at it yourself. You can still follow him on Facebook as well. He's Godwin Afful as well. Then if you want to go on a healthy lifestyle leading to weight loss, sustaining weight loss, just to keep fit, stay in shape, then you have to come and join us on Sister Eat Fit Lose. We are on Instagram and we are here on Facebook as well. So since today is a different topic, I hope you're ready for this.
Yeah.
And it's all about weight loss. It's all about weight loss. So over the years, we've had different stories that people have when they are going on a weight loss or journey. And there's just been so many of them. And I just not too sure. Just a minute. I've been told my voice is echoing. You know, I have tried to turn this down, but I'll try it again. Hopefully it will be much better now. So with weight loss, different people have different reasons for going on a weight loss, either because they are not well, or they want to fit into a smaller size clothing, or they just want to be in shape and keep fit. I mean, there are so many reasons why people go on weight loss. So just to start with you, what was your reason for going for the weight loss journey?
Then good question. To get started, I would say, people who have good body, they look well, and for me, they look presentable. So that was one motivation. The other bit is health. Benefits. When you keep that clean body and that healthy body, obviously you tend to be more healthy. So one day I was listening to one pro on health, talking about how to lose weight and the benefits and all that. So I was just on my bed listening, and it just hit me. So I just checked my weight. I was 89, weighing 89. I said, really? So I want to bring this one down to the 70s. That was my goal. So I set a goal, listening to all the health benefits. I wanted it badly. So, I decided to, lose weight just to look nice, look better, and also keep that body, and, I was the type that basically didn't like sickness, you know. And I hate the sickness. So when he was talking about, when you keep a clean body, you tend to be more healthy. You tend not to basically fall sick often. I got motivated. I wanted that, just to be healthy all the time in order to do the things I basically want to do all the time. When you are down, it slows you down, and even slows your thinking capabilities. So I needed that badly. So I made that decision to stay healthy, just to, have that to do whatever I want to do, because I'm always on the move all the time, and I can't afford to be down. So these were some of the reasons. As we go on, we'll be talking about some of the benefits, and all that. But I got pumped up listening to Ohineba. It's called Ohineba on Next. Is it Net 2? I got pumped up and I decided to change. I say this: whenever you make a decision, it has to be that very day. You don't have to wait, and I had to make that decision to, change my lifestyle, and reflecting, I realized it was my lifestyle that basically got me into it. The 89, weighing 89, basically lifestyle. So I think we all plan ourselves into things that we don't like. So you can also plan yourself out. You plan yourself in, and you can also plan yourself out. So I decided to plan myself out. And I had a goal to get into the 70s. Was specific. I wanted to weigh 76. From 89 to 76. So I had a plan, and I did some more research. Reading online what to do to basically lose weight, and I was really motivated to do it.
Oh, that's nice. So, with what you were saying, you said you set a goal. So, did you use, usually when I am setting a goal, I go by using the SMART approach, where it is the S, which is specific and measurable. I make sure it is achievable, realistic, and timely. So, did you go by that approach, or you used a different approach to set this your goal?
Oh yes, that's good. Obviously, if listening to me, I use the SMART approach, and my other principle, which was also working here, the UGAC, so it was a SMART approach, was specific. I knew exactly what I wanted, from 89 moving straight to 76. So that was specific and also measurable, and I had a time frame to do that within 6 months. But here's the kicker: it happened within 3 months. It happened within 3 months. You know, So
It's just my voice. Sorry.
yeah.
And you said it happened within 3 months. Wow. That is a goal that you set and then you just decided to go, 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 go. So, you said you wanted to do it over the period of 6 months. Okay. Did you set maybe, let's say, that every week there was a specific amount of weight you wanted to lose, or maybe you set it for monthly? Because
Yes.
sometimes.
I was basically looking at losing between 5 to 10, every month, and yes, that was the goal. I wanted to do within less than 6 months, so I was checking. But what happened it was mine was drastic, but I wouldn't recommend that approach for everybody. You need to check with your doctor, because the things that we need to basically say this, the things that we'll be talking about, you need to check with your doctor, because our body, we have different body types, so
Yeah.
you need to basically check with your doctor before you start doing it. Mine was a radical approach. I decided to bring it down, drastically. So that's what I did. I did a 1 week fast, fruit and vegetable fast. Yes, fruit and vegetable fast. 1 whole week, no food, no drinks, nothing, just fruit and vegetables. So I did it for 1 week, and I saw a drastic change, huge change. It came from 89 straight to 80. I think it was 84. So that was huge. So everybody saw the change. My parents saw the change. And I looked better. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and that spurred me on to do more. To do more. But that's what happens. When you start with the fruit, 'cause fruits and vegetables are full of nutrients. So obviously, if you have a lot in your body, you look better than your former state. So I was looking better and I liked it. But as you do that, the fat will start to burn. So you might think that's the head, and it starts to burn and burn and burn and burn, and you start to slim down. So you got to a point where I was looking a little bit scary, though. What people saw me before I was sick, somebody was big, all of a sudden, slimmed down, and, so many people started asking questions, are you okay? Are you sick? And all that. That is the bit that we'll be talking about. If you are not hard, you give up. If you are not hard, you give up. And some people started laughing. People laugh at you. Whenever you say go, that is really challenging. People will laugh. People will laugh. So if you are not strong, you will give up. But I never gave up. I never gave up. I kept pushing. So I did a vegetable fast, saw some drastic change, and I enjoyed it, and I maintained it with different lifestyle. So I had to break the habit. So some of the things I did was to basically move away from meat, red meat. So I stopped eating red meat. So I read about it, some of the effects of red meat, eating red meat. So that was, so reading is very, very important. You want to break a habit, you need to research. There's something called the R's. You need to basically have a reason, okay? And you need to research. You need to also know the remote. So these are some of the things, the R's that you need to basically understand if you want to break your habits. So I had to read more, know about, the effect of eating red meat, sugar, drinking soft drinks, fizzy drinks, and all that. So I basically shied away from soft drinks. I stopped drinking Coke, taking sugar. So I stopped taking sugar, and alcohol. Also stopped taking alcohol, and it was all about fruits and vegetables, water, and some of these herbs like moringa, dandelion. One strong herb is dandelion. So I was doing the dandelion, the spinach, and all that, and it worked. It worked, but like I'm saying, the journey wasn't easy. The journey wasn't easy. After I started this one in 2012. And I'm still doing it. I've still kept my body. It's between 76 and 80 now. And it's never gone past 80. So I just maintain it and keep repeating all these things. So you need to be strong. You need to be strong. It's the journey wouldn't be easy, but you need to be strong.
Yeah, that is drastic change, as you just said. Drastic change by doing just fruit and veg and a lot of fasting. Oh my goodness. Um, with Sister Eat Fit Lose, we usually talk about or preach about the fact that we love our food and we would want to rather be portion controlling the food and not stopping a whole lot of food ingredients as part of our meals at all. So with you saying that you did that drastic change by going on just fruits and veg, so were you adding exercises along with these,
Yes.
or you just went
Yes.
fruit and veg?
Yes. So
Okay.
I have this one. I call it body moving. So it's eating and drinking lifestyle. Number two is body moving. So to lose weight, I got this, from this going through this one, and to lose weight, two major things. You check your eating and drinking lifestyle. You check your body moving, habit and all that. So coming to eating and drinking lifestyle, you need to check what you eat. What goes in is what defines you. What goes in is what actually builds you. So whatever we are, it's basically what we have actually eaten. So somebody said, we are what we eat, which is true. So what goes in is what actually built us. So I had to change what was actually going in. So the red meat, I pushed them away. The fizzy drinks, push them away. The chocolate, the sweet, I basically pushed them away. And I picked a different eating lifestyle with the fruits and vegetables. And I got a verse from the Bible. That's my source. I got something from my source as well. Reading through Genesis, I realized that the food that was actually given to us to eat was fruits and vegetables. So that motivated me more. So I had to bring in more fruits and vegetables. And it works if you have more fruits and vegetables within your body. Naturally, it burns the fat. So I was doing that, and every morning I'll do the warm water, which is very, very important and very good. So I think that one doesn't have some health implications. And everybody can try that one. Warm water mixed with lemon, and you can also add honey to it. And stir. You take a glass every morning before you eat. Take on empty stomach before you eat, which is also very, very good. So every morning I'll do the warm water, then do the exercise. But there's some unorthodox bit of it, which I'll talk about. Getting the early morning breeze. That's unorthodox anyway. So I will get the early morning breeze, wake up early around 5. Get the early morning breeze to breathe in a lot of oxygen, breathe in the fresh air, get a lot of oxygen within my body. And do you know what it does? The oxygen, it lessens your cravings, the cravings that you have, cravings for sugar, sweet, and all that. When you have a lot of oxygen within your body, it lessens the cravings and also improves digestion. So these basically helped. And I think the other unorthodox thing I did was, getting the sunshine, early morning sunshine. Early morning between 7 and 9. We call it the blue light. When you can actually watch the sunshine.
Is it the vitamin D?
Yeah, you get vitamin D from that. And you get a lot from that. That sunshine that comes between 7 and 9. And research proves that it also burns some fat, but you need to do it over some time, So I still do that, which is also good for me. It's an orthodox, So I do all these things. I eat my fufu, I eat my konkonte, I eat my banku, I eat my mutu. I enjoy all these things. Just that I do not take red meat. Occasionally I do the chicken. Occasionally, I'll do egg, but I do more fish. I love to follow the greatest teacher. He was talking about fish all the time, and whenever he was hungry, he would go for a fruit. I never saw the greatest teacher going for meat when he was hungry. He went in for fruit. He talked about he served people with fish, not meat. There are some wisdom in all these things. I said the Bible is the greatest book ever written. If you open your eyes, there are a lot of things you can get from it. So I tried to learn from the greatest teacher, and I realized that all these things were things he practiced. So I knew I was on the right path, and I believe that brought some faith in what I was doing. So when people started laughing, I knew I was doing the right thing. So that didn't basically move me at all. It never budged me. So it kept me. They said tone it down. I had a lot of people say you need to tone it down.
It's true. You always get people saying tone it down.
I'm
And
ready
they
to
say
tone
it's
it up.
okay, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
They tell
okay.
you
It's
it's
okay.
okay.
Just choose some meat. Choose some
Yes.
meat. You look too slim. I said, really, I need to tone it down. I'm ready to tone it up. That's what I do. When you laugh at me, I do more. That's me. If I'm doing
Okay.
something and you start to laugh, I do
You
it
do
more.
more.
I do it
Okay.
more. Yes. So for me, I say when people laugh, improve. When they laugh, just improve. Just do more.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that I basically did. And there's something moringa drink. If I want to take a drink, I'll take moringa drink. Moringa mix it with water, then add some small honey. Have a drink. Have my coke. That's my coke.
Okay.
So
Yes.
that was changing your lifestyle. That's an eating and drinking bit. Now the body moving bit. I got to know our body we were created to move. So the body is meant to do work, and body represents work. So once we keep the body form, we need to work with it. So
Mm-hmm.
when we are not moving, we are dying inside. When we are not growing, we are dying inside. So we need to move all the time. So I had to exercise, and I was doing I was exercising twice daily, in the morning, in the evening, because I wanted it. I wanted that body, and that those health benefits, that strength, and never, not falling sick that often. I wanted it for my business, so I was really pumped up. So I was exercising twice daily, in the morning, in the evening, and moving all the time because like I said, we were created to move. That's how come the doctor will tell you not to sit down for a very long time. It's
Yes.
not good for your health because we
Yes.
were created to move. The baby will
Yes.
always move in your stomach, isn't it? And
Of
if doctors will
course.
always come and check, is the baby kicking? That's the term they use. Is it kicking? Is it kicking? Is it kicking? Because we
Yeah.
were created to kick, we were created to move all the time. So you need to also exercise. If you can't do it twice daily, that's fine. Do it once daily. If you can't do it once daily, you can do it 3 times, which is also fine. But don't do it during the weekend and after that go and enjoy your big mutu, your red meat and all that. You haven't done anything. They call it course 90. It goes back to zero. So
Mm-hmm.
let's check all these things. So it's body moving, check the body moving. You need to be moving more. If you want to lose weight, you need to be moving more, through
Yes.
exercise and all that. And secondly, you need to check your eating and drinking habits. Eating and drinking
Okay.
habits.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice one. I've got loads to add to what I already know. But before we go ahead with this conversation, just to let you all know, all our listeners, just to let you know, whatever is being discussed here are just our own views and what we have been through and what we have practiced and the things that has worked for us. So if you want to go on a healthy lifestyle or you want to go on a weight loss journey, aside taking your own decision, we advise that you talk to a health advisor, either a nutritionist or your doctor. Seek advice before you start. So, whatever things we are saying here, that is what has worked for us. And remember, we are all different people. What might work for me might not work for the next person. So, let me just read a few comments here. So, we've got Ajua, who is giving us a blow. Obviously, it's going well. We've got Maggie from lifestyle coaching, fitness and lifestyle coaching. She says, great chat. Then we've got Ajo, and she says, there has been a mixed debate about this red meat thing. I saw some research that's recommended it whilst others too have other ideas. Maybe having a balance is okay. Anna, well, that is a question. She said that there's different mixed feelings out there about this red meat. She has read it in different places, and there's one saying is okay, there's another place they're saying is not okay. But what she wants to find out is do we both think that is all right if we have a mix of it? I think you have mentioned a bit about it earlier, but I'll still leave it to you to answer anyway.
For me, everything in moderation is perfect. Yes, so it wouldn't be bad to take a small portion of it, but if you can be that disciplined to do that, you know. And that's how come some people just move away because, once they are taking, they think, oh, I'm just taking small, but they might not be that disciplined to control the portions, But if you
Pause.
can basically control the portions, that is fine, So it all boils down to your level of discipline, If you can mix them, that is fine. Take, small portion of your red meat. I think this one, what's the name? There's one they do in the UK, something key, something. Uh,
Keto?
Keto,
Or
yes, keto. Keto will basically,
keto is all over the world, not just
yes,
UK.
keto is, yeah, yeah. Keto will basically recommend, things in moderation, a little bit of small red meat, egg, your vegetables and all
Yeah,
your
just
fruits
as
and all that.
sister eats fit
Yes,
lose.
yeah,
We eat in
yeah,
moderation.
that's fine. So, like you said,
Yes,
perfect. You try. It's good to try. It's good to try. Try all
pause.
these things. If you are basically keeping things in moderation and it's not working for you, then you need to switch. But if it's working for you, go with it. Go with it. But yes, things in moderation. It wouldn't be bad. But if you can be that disciplined to control the portions, that's good.
Just to add a little bit to what you have just said, on Sister Eat Fit Lose, we recommend that people keep notebook and then you keep track of what you are eating. If you definitely want to try eating meat, why don't you eat meat for 1 week and then keep track of it in your book? And then have days that you don't eat meat and eat other things in as substitutes, and then see how the balance is. You can balance that out yourself, because on Sister Eat Fit Lose, we keep on hitting on the fact that portion control. So we don't want people to cut out things completely. Just imagine you've eaten meat all your life and then all of a sudden you just cut it out. It's somehow going to be a shock to the body. So even if you want to cut anything out, you can do it little by little, then eventually you cut it out. I per se have meat-free days, and that is all right with me. It's a fish-free days, meat-free days, and I make sure I don't eat anything meat during those days, and that is absolutely okay. I'm also going to read another one from Ajua, and she says more fruits and vegetables, warm water with lemon. Yes, more fruits and vegetables, and then warm water and lemon. But then there was something I was reading about fructose and all that. I don't want to go into that into details tonight, but we will research more about that and then bring that information about fructose to you, what it does to the body and what it doesn't. But with the warm water and lemon, just as God said, He is okay drinking it first thing in the morning and then going on the move and having that breeze in the morning. But if you're someone who also have issues, tummy issues, I for one, I have tummy issues, and I will not have lemon or cider apple vinegar in my water first thing in the morning. Yes, I will drink the lukewarm water, but then I will leave the lemon juice until later when I have definitely put something in my tummy. Because if I have the lemon or the anything acidic in my tummy the first thing in the morning, that is me done for the week. I am going to be tossing and turning the whole time, discomfort the whole time. So I know myself, so I do that. So please, if you also know yourself, be very, very careful with this lemon. And I know some people put in as much as 3 tablespoons of lemon, 4 tablespoons of lemon. Some people think when they put in too much lemon, it means they are going to burn their fats immediately. Please, just beware. You are going to cause yourself either stomach ulcer or any other diseases out there. Just be careful, be aware the amount of lemon or anything acidic you are putting in. So we've got Josie. I think she was just praying because when you were talking about God and talking about Jesus being giving food and all that. You didn't really say Jesus, but then obviously it is him.
Yeah,
He is the one we're talking about here. So we say there is Nana Kwame, and he says this is a very lovely discussion. So we've got lots of people enjoying our discussion. So just to ask you this question, you were talking about lifestyle changes. And you mentioned that you cut out sugar, alcohol, chocolate. So were they the only things you cut them out, or did you cut them out gradually, or was it just boom? I've cut it out. From tomorrow, no more sugar. From tomorrow,
yeah,
no more alcohol,
yeah. I told you mine was drastic.
Yes.
Was instant. Like just making a decision. And I my approach to life is if you want to do something, you do it today. You do it now. You do not wait. So the emotions were too high. And remember last time we were talking, I said, when the emotions are high, do not wait, but go. When you feel all pumped up, ready to go, do not wait, but go.
Yeah.
So I decided to just go right away. So all of a sudden, I cut them out. And yeah, but I always support whatever I do with scriptures. And you remember Daniel and his friends decided not to chew the meat and
Yes.
went on, fruit. They did a fruit and vegetable fast. I got that idea from that. They did a fruit and vegetable fast, and the Bible tells us, they were even looking better than those who had the meat and all the drinks and all that. So they also cut it out drastically, and they didn't die. The Bible didn't say they died, so they didn't die. So I believed that I could basically cut it out drastically and still live and even become better. So I had faith. Faith is also something you need to work with. If you don't believe in whatever you are doing, it won't work for you. Faith is what gives permission for things to work for you. So if you don't believe in it, don't start it. Don't do it because people are saying it's good. You need to have faith in it. That's how come it will be better for you to do some research, read about it. So all the things that we are talking about it, just Google. We are talking about oxygen, early morning breeze, the sunshine. Just Google and find out more, and that will pump you up. Because I always believe in you owning something, not doing because people are saying it. You need to own it and do it. When you do that, you get more benefits than you just doing because people are saying, yeah, it's good, and you are just trying it. Just believe in it and put your faith in it. So I put my faith in it, and I consecration. I used consecration. I was ready to just pick the cross and tie myself to the cross. So I told you about the challenges when people started laughing. This guy, is he sick? Is he okay? What's the problem? Some even said I had AIDS, HIV. Other people they said that, and
I'm
my
not
closest
surprised.
friends said, Charlie, you need to tone this one down. You need to tone it down.
Yeah.
Charlie, start taking some meat and all that. Everybody's talking about it. People are saying you are sick and all that. Charlie, start chewing meat. What's wrong with you? Start chewing meat. But when things get tough, you need to look up, for strength. He's ready to give you strength. So I went back to my father and said, Father, this is what I want to do. Now it's gotten tough. I need you more. So I needed strength to keep going. And I woke up, I had some strength, said, just keep going. Just keep going. Consistency is very, very important. Just keep going. So I kept going. I kept going. And I toned it up instead. They wanted me to tone it down. I toned it up instead. I kept doing it more. Taking more fruit and vegetables because I said it has to work. It has to work. It has to work. So I was very lean. So I said, now it's time for me to bounce back. So the fat you are got now it's time for me to gain optimal fat. So fruit and vegetables, it's time for you to work. It's time for you to make me look well, look like normal. And with that faith, it won't just happen instantly. But if you still believe and you keep going on and not giving up, it will happen. There's something called definiteness of purpose. That's one thing that I think I'm preaching now. But one thing your enemies hate is you basically having definiteness of purpose. If you decide to do something and you're not ready to go back, you kill your enemies. They hate you and you're ready to go. It's two things. Either you give up or they will give up. So when you do not give up and you realize this guy is not ready to give up, they will give up. And the more you move on, you kill them more. So you need to keep moving. And I believe in all these things, and nothing just happens. Everything that happens instantly is not good for you. I always say this, but things that takes time are things that basically take time are things that are good for you. Because remember we said it has to take time to build all the roots. So patience is one of them. If you don't want to have that patience, then obviously you need to go to those people who give you some pills. Taking some pills, and instantly you lose some fat, but it will have side effects. But if you want to do it naturally, no, it will take time. But the more effort you put in, the quicker the results basically come. So I was ready to put in more effort, much effort, for me to get quick results, and for me to prove people wrong. And this is the way to go. Now, a lot of people come to me. My friends who were basically laughing at me now come to me and, for me to take them through what I did. How did you do this? This show, you talked about lemon. Does it work? The lemon thing, and does it really work? The exercise, does it really work? And I want to try it and all that. I want to just have a flat tummy. When they see my flat tummy, they get jealous. But this is something I've actually worked on for a very long time, and I'm enjoying the fruits now, and I love it, and you will love it because the benefits are huge, are manifold, lots of benefits when you do this. You have improved health, that energy, to go on all the time, and it will be difficult for you to just say, I can't turn up because I'm sick. It doesn't normally happen to you. Headache doesn't normally come to you, because you always clean your body sewer system, and I also believe in this clean body, having a clean body. If you want to be successful in life, I say this, but this might be a little bit off, but for me to attract, you need to have something I call divine soma. Divine soma is when you try to kill the flesh a little bit. That's how come there are things you only get through fasting. There are things you can just break through fasting. Without fasting, there are some things, barriers you can't break through. And the greatest teacher said it. So when you keep this divine soma by killing the flesh, having that discipline, and killing your cravings, you attract more. You attract more. So these were some of the benefits that basically spurred me on, and I enjoy it.
Oh, that's nice. You talking about the fact that your friends are coming back to you and asking you, does this really work? I don't know if you've seen that poster out there where the first lot says, first they will laugh at you. Then when you're going on, they'll start thinking, well, he's doing well. Then in the third place, they start cheering you on. Then in the end, they come to you and say, how did you do it? Are you going to show us? That is, if you don't give up, they come back to you and say, how did you do it? So let me read some comments here. And Josie says she was thanking us with the hands like that. Okay, Josie. And then Ajua says, vim, vim, vim. Then she says, walking barefoot in the morning too, on tiny stones outside the home when you step out for the morning fresh breeze. Oh, I think that is one of the things that people are doing, and that is helping them. Oh, Ajua, maybe we will try that as well.
I haven't tried that before, so give
not
it a try.
Yet, yes.
And
you are definitely happens. You actually lost weight through faith, because it looks like you were consistent with it, and then you were not losing hope. You were just going on with your faith and doing it well. Well, you mentioned about exercising twice within the day. That was something you were doing. So whenever you were exercising twice within the day, how many minutes, or was it an hour that you were spending at each workout section?
Yeah,
How long
I
was it?
was doing in the morning I do 1 hour, in the evening I do 5 minutes. You know, I do 1 hour, do 5 minutes in the evening. So I will wake up early, like 5. Enjoy the breeze and start jogging and exercising. And also I used to love lifting weight. So I had series of activities. So jogging, then I'll squat a little bit, do my press up, then lift my weight and all that. So that will basically take some time. So in the morning now I would do 1 hour. In the evening, I'll go to the park, walk a little bit, around the park, get some music on, just walk around the park, and 5 minutes, I'm back, take my shower, And one thing, when you keep doing something repeatedly, they become your lovers. That's what happens. So one of my quotes says, um, they say do what you love, but I believe in do what is necessary
Mm-hmm.
and make them your lovers. So if you do something repeatedly, they become your lover.
Part of your life.
You tend to love it because it
Yes.
forms habit. Everything you do repeatedly will form a habit. So wherever
Mm-hmm.
we are is basically a sum total of our habits. So things that we repeat, we need to be very careful. I always say this to people: we need to watch the things that we repeat. They form habits, and if they form habits, and you also repeat the habits, do you know what happens? They turn into rhythm.
Yes.
And when it gets to
Mm-hmm.
the rhythm bit, there's no coming back. There's no
Yeah.
coming back. So mine, I think I've got into the rhythm bit. So there's no coming back. I just love it. When I haven't done it, it's like I'm not okay.
Mm-hmm.
When I wake up and haven't basically exercised, like I'm not okay. I can't take my bath without exercising first. It's like something is off. So I think I've got into the rhythm bit. And I love to do this all the time. It's something I love. I enjoy it. Today I've got something things that you delight in. Work for you. So for something to work for you, you need to take a strong delight in it. And I got this I got this wisdom from this quote from David. He said this: delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. So thinking through this quote, it said, just what I got. If you take delight in something strongly, that thing you are looking for will come to you. If you take delight in something strongly, that thing that you are looking for will come
Will
to
come
you.
to you. Oh, those words are just something else. Take delight in something strongly, and that thing will definitely come to you. So you had your determination. Your whole mindset was determination, and then you went on the journey of consistency. So did you at any point in time or on some of the days just thought, well, I'm too tired, I don't want to do this? Were there
Yes.
any days? Did you have
Yeah.
any days like that?
Yeah. I got to that part. I told you, when people started laughing, because I was lean. I was looking emaciated, and people were laughing at me. So at a point, I was thinking, Charlie, you have to go back to my meat. I was thinking about the weight, 89, going back to 89, that big, and you're enjoying this, even though you are lean. I said, I need to give up. I need to give up. But I always say this, we've given up failure. So if I had given up, obviously would have been failure. And failure, that's what I understand about failure. Failure is basically, hitting the ground. So you fall to the ground. And one thing that we need to know is everybody will fall to the ground. Everybody will fall because we came from the ground. So there's an idiom that goes like, bite the dust. It means you have failed. If you bite the dust, it means you have failed. So everybody will bite the dust. But when you go to the ground, two things basically happen. You get buried,
Or you
or
stay
you
there, yeah?
get soaked or
Yeah.
planted. Two things. So if you go to the ground and you allow yourself to be buried, that's the end. But if you accept to be planted, you grow again. And when you grow, you multiply. You multiply. So when I went to the ground, said, I'm there to be planted. I'm not there to be buried. So I said, and being whatever happens, my wife said, I worry God too much, everything I talked to him about it, So I said, this is hard for me, Father. I need you now. This is hard for me, Father. People are laughing. I can't go back. I need to move. I need your strength now. With you, I can do it. So the next morning I got pumped up. I said, I'm ready to do it more. Let them laugh all they want. I'm ready to do it more. And I said, the fruit and vegetables will now work for me more. I'm going back. Now I'm going back to a normal shape. Normal shape to look well. It has to work now. And trust me, it started working. It started working. And like I told you, the same maps started saying, oh, Charlie, this one is working for you. You look nice, bro. You look like a 20-year-old boy. You look very young. What's working for you? Charlie, this thing you are doing, I think is really working. Now they want tips. So it's faith will also come in. So the principles, remember the principles I give you everywhere. I told you, whatever you do, those principles, they work. So that principle of consecration, principle of consistency, discipline, desire. I wanted this badly. So I was desirous, desire, principle of, having a goal and watching your goal and believing in it and all that. These really work. So you need to have these principles, principle of faith, use the principle of faith, believe in it. Then you also need to take delight in it. I think I wrote this one today, principle of delight. Take delight in it as well. Let it be your lover. Take delight in it, and it will start to turn. So don't give up. Don't give up. Like I told you, it wouldn't be easy, but if you have that definiteness of purpose, it will happen for you.
Yes. Oh, that is so much information you've given us today. Just before we go on, if you are watching us, thanks for watching us today. Welcome on board if you are now beginning to watch us. Just as a reminder, we would like you to hit on your watch party. Definitely, you're all watching on Facebook. You can hit on a watch party on your Facebook and you can get others to watch this. It might be fruitful to someone. It will definitely help someone else out there. So just hit on watch party or share it and let other people watch it as well, because it is going to be of benefit to all these people. So when it comes to eating, did you have any specific eating times for yourself? Did you change your eating times, or what happened with your eating time?
Good question. Yes, that's something you also need to watch. I read and realized that if you eat after 6, there's something called bowel. Bowel basically aids in digestion. So somebody told me a joke, and I had to go and research. It said, the bowels after 6, they go to sleep. So anything you take in after 6, especially the meat and all that, unless it's some fruit and vegetables, can't basically get digested.
Digested, yes, yes.
And I read it, and it was true. It was actually, I thought it was a joke, but it was really true. So I wasn't eating after 6, so I'll try, but that's very difficult to do. Trust me, very difficult.
I know.
Very difficult to do. At a point, I slided a little bit, and after 6, you come back from work, it's already 6, you're looking at the time, you're really famished, very hungry, and you still want to eat, so I was eating at 7 and all that, but I've come back. This year is part of my goal, coming back to not eating after 6, it is hard, but this is my faith. I've put faith in fruits and vegetables. So I'm saying if I have not eaten after 6 and I'm feeling famished, hungry, I will still take my fruit and vegetables. They should do the same work as eating my banku.
Yes.
That's the favor I've given to my fruit and vegetables.
Of
They should do the same
course.
work as my banku and or
Mhm.
my whatever I'll eat fufu and all that. So one thing that can also help you is not eating after 6. And that would take a lot of discipline. That would take a
Mhm.
lot of time management, lot of time management. So you need to. So for me, my friends, one of my friends, he keeps laughing. This guy will eat on time. So I eat on time. I use time to eat. I don't use emotions. Like I'm feeling hungry before I eat. I would do my breakfast before 9, and 12 o'clock I'm doing my lunch. Whether I'm hungry or not, I need to do my lunch. So I've set my cardiac rhythm. There's something in you called the body clock.
Yes.
So at that time will prompt me. You have to eat 12 o'clock. You need to eat. So my body clock will get me to eat at 12, get me to do my breakfast before 9, and get me to eat before 6. So I've done it, and it's working. So that's something you also need to do if you want to slim down, and that works. It works. It really works. And it takes discipline. It takes time management. If you can't manage your time, it'll be very, very difficult for you. But if you can manage your time well and be that disciplined, you can do that, and it will really work for you.
That is one thing I did for myself, and honestly I keep on recommending for people. Try your best and eat before 6. So I always have that open window between half 4 and half 7, but then try my best to eat the solid food before 6. And even if I'm ever hungry, to rather go for the fruit and veg, as you said, I will never eat apple or banana after 6, all because of the research I have done, and then the course I have done, which it says that because with especially with apple, because of how hard it is, it's hard for it to digest. So I tend not to have apples after 6. Obviously, if I ever feel peckish or I feel like having a snack, it's definitely some other fruits and veg which are more softer, which will digest quicker. And then yes, just to ask you this, just for me, before I add that to that, um, did you have a specific time that you went to bed after eating? And before you answer that question, let me just put this to all those who are watching right now. We've got just 8 more minutes to go. So if you've got any questions and answer, any questions, or any contributions you want to add to this, please drop them and I will read them out and we'll try and answer your questions as best as we can. So after eating your evening meals, especially, did you have a specific time or a time frame that you had to wait before going to bed at all?
Yeah, I think I read this. You need to leave that 4 hour interval, between eating and going to bed. So I was trying to leave that 4 hour interval. So I'll eat. That's how come you need to manage your time well. If you want to basically go to bed around 10, it would be better for you to not eat after 6, so you can have that 4 hour interval. So that is science. That's science. So not this one is not basically me. It's what science is basically saying. So let's try to do this. And some people think it also use it, in the wrong way. So they think you need to leave that 4 hour interval. So they think, yeah, we can still eat around 8 and sleep around 12. So
12
they call
years.
themselves night owls. We are night owls. So we can still eat around 12, because I'll go to the club, eat around 12, and sleep around 4. So that's fine. 12 o'clock we are doing fried egg. Our some
Watch
people eat the
it.
fufu around 12. But one thing you need to know is the bowel that would digest it is already gone to sleep. It's not active around that time. So that interval won't work. So if you feel like eating, it'd be better to take some fruit and vegetables, or vegetables, fruits, whatever. I'll read into your apple bit. because I'm a victim. I love apples, and I normally take apples after 6. So I need to do my research on that
Oh,
and
research
own
about
it.
the apple.
Yeah, so I'll read about it and see how it works. So all these things that we are talking about, they basically work. And like you already said, you need to try it and talk to your doctors about it. You need to own it and read
Yes.
about it. Do a research about it and own it. Let it motivate you from reading it, from understanding it, not just from hearing people talk about it. So all the things that we've actually talked about, just read about it. And if you read your Bible, go back to your Bible, realize all these things that we're talking about will also be in the Bible. Now, if you even go back to how things were created, God was showing us what to eat. What came first? Water. That means water is very, very important for us. That's how science would tell you to take in more water, 8 glasses a day. If you can take more, that's good for you. Then it came to the herbs, fruits and vegetables. So it means water, then herbs, and that's how come science will tell you to do 5 servings of both every day, even if you can do more. I think I listened to a research in the UK that said we need to do more of the fruits and vegetables. So fruits and vegetables came. Then fish. He created fish before the birds. So fish, birds, the chicken is part of bird. That's how come. And science has also proven it. Fish, between fish and bird or chicken, fish will digest quicker. And between vegetables and fish, vegetables will digest quicker.
Quicker, yeah.
And obviously between water and vegetables, water just pass through you. Then so water helps fish, then the birds, before the cattle, the animals, and they are just like us, and that would take a long time to digest. So God was showing us, giving us the order of preference, and we don't pay attention, so we don't see all these things. And he descended here and followed the order of preference. He was doing the fish, doing the drinking the water, doing the fruits, and all that. So he came here to show us again. And Daniel also showed us that there's power in fruits and vegetables, reminded us that there's power in fruits in vegetables. When they just did the fruits and vegetables and were looking all better than those who had the meat and all that. So all these things have been proven. So just go back to your Bible and read again and own it, and that will give you that faith. Give it faith. If you give it faith, it will definitely work for you. It will definitely work for you.
Oh, that is so, so nice. I love that bit, that last bit that says, give it faith and let it work for you. I always love to use this word, own it. I love to own my workouts, and I think people can also own their workouts out there and own what you eat, It is good to think about or to make sure what you are taking in is something that is going to help your body than you just taking in anything at all. You need to obviously be putting in much more of the fruits and the veggies. This is all that time will permit us today, and it doesn't look like we've got any questions. We definitely will come back to this topic because there are so many other questions I want to ask. So we will bring our resource person in another time. But just before we go, Godwin, do you have any last words for us at all?
All right, and so last words, just to motivate you, just believe in yourself. Whatever you intend to do, just do it. And if you want to lose weight and you have that strong desire, go for it, sir. Go for it, madam. It's yours. It's your anything that drops into your heart strongly. It means it was meant for you to finish it. And know this: the ability is also sown in you. It's also sown in you. Once it's in there, it means the ability to pull it off is also sown in you. So let's just do this. Believe in ourselves and know it will work for us. Read about the benefits of keeping, a healthy body, keeping a healthy body. read about it, and that will spur you on, and people will laugh at you, I know, but do not give up. Look at the light at the end of the tunnel. When they start to laugh, improve. When they
Mm-hmm.
start to laugh, do better. When they start to laugh, keep on going. Keep on going. And when people laugh at you, they take you closer to your dreams. So get people to laugh at you, and that will take you closer to your dreams.
Oh, that is so nice. Thank you so much. Just to add a little bit to what Godwin has said, I would say be determined. Just keep your determination going. Keep that fire burning. Don't quench that fire by saying, I will start tomorrow. Now is the time. Start now and then see the benefits and the changes you can bring to your own body. Consistency is a key. You need to be consistent. Don't just say, I will do it today, and for the rest of the year, you don't want to do it anymore. No, let it be part of your lifestyle. Let it be built in your body. And just as Godwin said, let it turn into a rhythm. Make sure you keep on doing it for it to become a habit, your lifestyle, and then let it be rhythm so that when you are sat there, your body will be itching for it. Every second is like, you didn't exercise. You was meant to exercise 5 minutes ago, and your body will just move you to do it.
Yeah.
So please be determined, be consistent, be use that consistency in your life. Just be bold and then take the bull by the horn and do these things for yourself, and you are going to love it. If you're looking for a healthy lifestyle journey, or you're looking to start a healthy lifestyle journey, we are on Sister Eat Fit Lose, where we do a bit of fitness along with our healthy lifestyle as well. If you would like to contact our resource person or our guest today, I have left the line down there where you can find his Instagram handle. Find him on Instagram and then find him on Facebook as well. Just leave him a note, and I'm sure he is definitely going to get back to you at the right time. And please, please go and follow him on Instagram. And once you're following him, find Sister Eat Fit Loose as well and follow us. And there's Diamondlady TV or Diamondlady Show. You can also follow us. Thank you so much. And on Sister Eat Fit Lose, at the moment we are doing 12-day lose belly fat with detox. So it's exercises along with detox. And today is day 3. I personally think it's going well. Come on, come and join us. There's more to go for. I've got all that list of food to eat, a lot of suggestions out there. Just come and join us, and you're definitely going to enjoy this. Thank you so much. And the last word from Josie, she says, thank you. Thank you, all those who were able to watch us and those who are going to watch us later. See you soon. Thank you, Godwin.